Hello, welcome to Chrono Fighter Hong Kong. This is a watch review channel. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification alarm to get updated watch reviews.
Hi, this is Ben from Chrono Fighter, and I haven't reviewed watches for quite a while because the new watches are on the way for delivery and maybe on the way from my friends. Okay, so today finally we have some more watches for review. And let's look at what they are. First of all, okay, look at this one. What watch was that? The brand is Addiesdive. Okay, the logo is like this. The logo of the brand. Okay, solid case back. And at the first glance, what you think about it is totally some kind of submersible watch. It's a diver watch. And yes, you also see the second-hand ticking. And what's wrong with you, Ben? Why are you reviewing quartz watches? Yes, I do review quartz watches, and recently I've been in love with the Addiesdive watches. The Addiesdive watches are for some of their products, it's just like other homage brands. They're producing like clones from the Rolex or Seiko. For Addiesdive, I think they are a little bit more interesting than other homage brands like Pagani Design or Still Dive. Why? Because they do create some of the vintage watches. Okay. Yeah, they are making vintage watches. Okay, they remake their own versions. And just look at this one. And they are remaking a Rolex vintage watch or a Tudor vintage diver that you may need to spend thousands of US dollars to get one. But this one is just it has a crazy price. It's like 40 US dollars, and you get this thing. Okay, and let me tell you how incredible it is, how good it is. First of all, in the past I would just say no to this because it's a quartz watch. But when I look at the specifications, it amazed me and finally even draw my attention and make me feel curious about the watch. So at such a price point, I was like, why not get one and see how it looks like? Okay, don't be too picky or too judging. Okay. I need to have it. I need to be fair. Okay, I need to be fair to it. So I get this one. Okay, at a very low price. And so, do I feel its price is matching its quality? I think the quality actually is over the price, in my opinion. Why I say so? Let me tell you is more about this watch. First of all, this watch has a quartz movement. It's Miyota 2115. Okay, I just read the data from the data sheet. Okay, Miyota 2115 is a quartz movement, and what's good for quartz movement is that when compare it to over the mechanical one. The mechanical watch, you may have up to 70 hours, okay, of power reserve. But for this one, it's like 3 years. Yeah, you don't hear me wrong, 3 years, because the quartz watches are they're using the cell battery. They usually last around 2 to 3 years. So in these 2 to 3 years, you are okay. You have no, you don't have to wind up the watch again or you don't have the pressure to wear it very often just to make it running, okay? And you don't have to adjust the time again unless you want to adjust the date, okay? So, and when you look at this watch, it just gives you the very vintage vibe. Why I say so? Because you see the hour markers, the free hands, they are all provided with old radium-like lume, okay? Addiesdive, even at a very low price point, even if they are made in China, I don't know how they make it, but they just use C3 lume, okay? It's not some trash lume, okay? So you may say, hey, who can prove that this is C3 lume? So let me show you. Not just saying, okay? Test it, okay? And show it. So let me turn off the light. And hey man, this is no joke. The lume is absolutely ridiculous, right? And wait for a moment. So the C3 lume is real strong. It's like a torch in the dark. And I don't think I need to elaborate that anymore. Okay, C3 lume from Japan is very strong. It gives you clear visibility under the darkness, okay, or dim light environment. Okay, so it's the best companion if you are working in the construction site or you are working in some dark environment, like the cinema or the, I don't know, museum, I don't know, somewhere it may get dark easily. Then yeah, you need this one. You work in the tunnel, you work in the construction site where lighting is not available everywhere. Then it's your good companion. It's good, okay. So one of the main points for attraction is lume. So any more attraction for me is the ceramic bezel. I like this one, ceramic bezel, a lot. Even it only has 1 point of lume, okay? Only this, okay? There's a travel clock pip. It has lume, okay? Other parts, no lume, but the whole, okay? The whole bezel has a ceramic bezel insert. So that's very, it's already higher value than its actual market price. It's crazy, okay? And take a look at this watch side views. It's good looking. How the case back? The case back has some relief, okay, of the Addiesdive logo. You can see Addiesdive logo, okay, and it's a kind of a screw down, not crown, screw down case back, okay, and the crown is also a screw down crown. So one more thing that I definitely like about this watch is crazy diving ability. Its water resistance is up to 200 meters. 200 meters. Okay, so this crystal together with this screw down crown is giving it 200 meters water resistance. So don't worry about wearing it to the pool or wearing it to the beach or playing with waters. That will get you. That won't get you into trouble because it has enough water resistance power. So it's a very good tool watch, I would say. I don't know. Sometimes I just think that now I own more watches than I actually need. And why in the past I'm not wearing watch that often? Maybe in the past I don't have money, okay? I don't want to ask money from my parents. I wish that I can support my own, okay? So I actually have no money to buy watches, okay? And I don't think watches are that important at that time. And some of the watches in the past they got damaged by me and then I throw them away, I think it's I regret doing that. Actually, I just wish I keep them here, and today I got more knowledge. I can take it somewhere or for repairing, or even try to repair them myself. Okay, so this is just the dream come true if that happens. Okay, but never mind. Let's go back to the watch itself. Okay, and you can see I only have a 17 cm wrist size, and it fits so well on my wrist. Okay. Usually when I'm taking watch photos, okay, people say that, oh, your watch is too big for you. It's like putting a plate or a dish on your wrist. And sometimes it's a mistake made by created by the lens, okay, or the camera. When you do some macro shots, and then usually when the watch is fake, then they look like much more bigger than they actually is. So that's the point. And one more thing I will add credit to this watch is Cyclops. I think the Cyclops of Addiesdive is very close to Rolex. And on the other hand, Steel Dive is not doing that well. I think Addiesdive is doing better for this. And their anti-reflective coating seems also to be stronger than Steel Dive. I don't know if Addiesdive and Steel Dive are from the same boss, because they, in a lot of areas, they look like very similar. And if you choose mechanical watches, maybe Steel Dive is has more value. Okay, has more value. That means their price to value ratio is higher, I think, for Steel Dive. But for Addiesdive, when it comes to their quartz watches, Addiesdive is a killer. Okay, Steel Dive don't have such a model and such movement, so they are selling it, maybe doubling the price for NH35 movement. Actually, I already have too many watches with NH35 movement, and I'm not very satisfied with that, including the accuracy and the smoothness of their so-called sweeping. For NH35 is actually not quite sweeping, in my opinion, for their second-hand movement. So why not try on some quartz watches? I think they are not shabby nowadays. They're not too bad. And Addiesdive is giving me a very new experience and very convincing that I will be more I will accept more quartz watches in the future. Yeah, that's my viewpoint. And for the bracelet, they are using solid bracelet, which is a 316 steel. Okay, this one, the clasp looks like the same for Addiesdive and Steel Dive. The safety clasp is here. Okay, it's a folding clasp with a safety catch at the end, the last section. Okay, and the bracelet is formed of three steel plates. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You can say three elements. Okay, and it's you may say this is an oyster type bracelet. And so for the bezel, I already said that the ceramic bezel looks real good, but let's look at the action in person. Very smooth. Manually, you turn it, you feel the smoothness. No matter fast or slow, it's still very smooth. Okay, and much better than a lot of brands, including still Dive, I think. Or Pagani design. I don't have a Pagani design watch with I have a Pagani design Yachtmaster Rose Gold, and its bezel action is too loose for me. I mean Pagani design is too loose, but this one Addiesdive, I think, is tight, but at the same time it's manually easy to turn it. So you feel you have a very good grip on the bezel itself, and it is a 120 click unidirectional bezel, 120 click. So this one is very, when you turn it, the experience very good, and the sound is sounds like crisp. Okay, sounds like crisp. And the case, oyster case, the bracelet, oyster bracelet. Okay, most of the homage watches to Rolex, they look like the same, but this one is exceptionally good because I think that is doing a very good vibe of the vintage Rolex or vintage Tudor Submariner. Okay, you know, nowadays if you want to get a copy of the Rolex vintage Submariner or that one for Tudor, I mean, if you want to get an authentic copy, it's expensive, and at the same time, probably their inner gears, the inner movements are maybe changed over time. People just replace those wheels or gears inside. Okay, so why not get one of these to try? Okay, this blue Submariner retro Submariner is your good choice. Okay, if you love vintage Rolex or vintage Tudor. So that's my opinion. So welcome for comments, or if you agree with me, just give me a like. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and see you next time.
That's almost the end of today's review. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification alarm to get updated watch reviews. Thanks for watching and your support. See you in my next videos. Bye.